How did a once hopeful South Africa, filled with so much promise in 1994, turn into a country that faces a grim and dark future as time goes on? It all comes down to one organization running the country, the African National Congress, or the ANC for short. South Africa is currently a failed state being run to the ground by the ANC, and this video is going to go through what living in South Africa feels like for a citizen. South Africa has one of the highest tax rates in the world. Keep that during this video.
7.8 million South Africans are currently unemployed. Statistics South Africa revealed that this figure is the highest rate since 2008. The official unemployment rate now stands at a record high of 34.4%. This marketing diploma graduate says she's been trying to find a job in her field for 3 years.
The unemployment rate in South Africa is sitting at around 30%, meaning one person out of every 3 people you see in South Africa don't have a job. Young graduates are forced to look for jobs in any way they can. Young graduates look for jobs on recruitment websites such as LinkedIn and PNet. And when that fails, they resort to posting on social media, asking for employment in hopes that a potential employer will see it. And when all else fails, the unemployed take to the streets begging for jobs. It can be very brutal job hunting in South Africa, as many spend years looking for a job.
74 people were murdered daily in the last 3 months of last year. That is close to 7,000 people murdered in that period.
For murder which remains worryingly stubborn. In the 3 months of reporting, an 8.9% increase in murder was recorded. That is 562 more people were killed in South Africa.
The rape rate declined by 7.4%. In real terms, while it has dropped, there were over 11,000 rape cases reported. That translates to 123 rape cases a day for the period under review.
Another major problem is crime, which remains a significant concern in South Africa. The country has one of the highest rates of violent crimes in the world, with high levels of murder, sexual assault, and physical assault. This has led to a sense of insecurity amongst many citizens and has hampered economic growth as well. The South African Police Services has lost its reputation among South Africans. It is very rare to get any assistance from the SAPS on any serious crime. Many South Africans only find use for the SAPS if they want to get their documents stamped or certified, or if you want to get an affidavit. Any other service, you'd be wasting your time. This forces many South Africans to seek protection from private security companies.
South Africa's classrooms are ballooning, thanks in a large part to a government policy removing school fees in some of the country's poorest areas. But newly enrolled students face a besieged and bloated system, with subpar facilities often hindering learning.
The education system in South Africa is also in decline. The country has a high dropout rate and many schools are under-resourced and poorly managed. This has led to a lack of skilled workers and a shortage of educated professionals. The public education system has led to more and more South Africans paying for private education on top of being taxed for public education.
South Africa has started 2023 with stage 6 power cuts and fears of a total system collapse if rolling blackouts are not stopped. The continuous power cuts have left businesses and citizens highly frustrated, to say the least. Despite the constant lack of electricity, energy regulator NERSA continued to grant power utility Eskom to implement a steep electricity hike of about 18.65%. Now, this will add further strain to the already budget-pinched consumer and businesses.
The energy crisis has been plaguing South Africans for close to 2 decades now, with load shedding getting worse each year to the point where, as of the recording of this video, stage 6 load shedding has been normalized in South Africa, meaning South Africans go without electrical power for 8 to 10 hours every day. The energy crisis has exacerbated all these other issues I've mentioned before. increasing the rate of crime and unemployment in South Africa. South Africa is at a tipping point as protests have broken out all over the country, as South Africans have had enough of the state of South Africa. And I hope as South Africans we stand together and demand better from our government, even if it means starting afresh with a new government. 2024 is around the corner. Think long and hard about who you want to vote for, because these elections could be as important as the 1994 elections.